man has real problems with Muslims, not just Islam. He, in this video, as you're going to see, was speaking about sacrifices in Hajj. And he tries to mute this after it's come up on the internet, probably because he's afraid that such video is going to be taken down. He tries to mute this, but he says about people, Muslims, being trampled in Hajj, which is something that's happened.
Anyway, just to make it short, this is the introduction of Mr. Muhammad Hijab. Peace of Christ to all of you. Muhammad Hijab, he start as usual his videos always by insulting people, calling them names. He called the guy cockroach. He called him all kind of names. But the problem is Muhammad Hijab, he prepared a team to refute this ex-Muslim team. I don't know why Muhammad Hijab is not getting me his team and calling me live on air. Let us see how Muhammad Hijab and his team, they refute things.
If you don't, it's a 6 hour or however long this video is.
6 hour videos. To refute someone, you call him stupid. I mean, obviously, if he's saying something stupid, why you need to refute him? It looked like the stupid is the one who take time of 6 hours to refute someone stupid. And then let us say he's a stupid. Aren't you a Muslim who want to save him to bring him back to Islam? So you call him rat or cockroaches or whatever you call him, and you know you are doing the same exactly as your prophet. You are not refuting him. Now let us go back to the topic, because you see this video is long, and Muhammad Hijab, he he helped me actually. I really appreciate his help. He make it simpler for me and easy to take them one by one and break them into pieces, and everybody will laugh at how those the team which Muhammad Mimi Hijab considered that they are his masters.
Video. If you don't want to watch the whole thing, there's going to be timestamps on how to deal with this video.
Thank you for that.
Perhaps some people have put forward a shubha or a doubt of Islam, which you didn't know how to answer. This video actually provides a reasonable framework for answering the most common questions against Islam from an exegetical / hermeneutical or jurisprudential perspective.
All of this those guys will do. Let us go to business. So now we will go to the topic. I'm choosing one by one because some of them, they are stupid and none of my business. So let us see splitting the moon. How they refute the guy speaking about splitting the moon.
Alaikum guys, I'm back with another video. Today we're going to be going through Ridvan's video about the moon splitting, or as he puts it,
which is pretty much the only miracle that Muhammad ever performed.
Thank you, Ridvan, for exposing your ignorance. It is no surprise that Ridvan left Islam if you think about it. I mean, think about it.
Think about it.
List in your mind all the reasons why you are a Muslim. Then imagine that all you had was just the moon splitting. To Ridvan, the event of the moon splitting was merely 7th century hearsay. So yeah, no surprise that he left Islam, to be honest. Back to the video.
The moon was split in Muhammad's time as a miracle that would verify the authenticity of Muhammad's message. It failed horribly, unless you are someone who doesn't like research and rationality. In the Quran, the event is mentioned very briefly. It says, the hour has come near, and the moon has split, but weirdly not seen by any other people except Muslims.
This is where Ridvan went wrong. Just a few seconds ago, he quoted 2 verses that proved that the disbelievers saw the moon split. The Quran affirms quite clearly that the disbelievers did not reject that event, but rather explained it off as magic. It is important.
Yeah, okay. Hold on. First, the one who is reporting what you are claiming is you Muslims. What is the disbelievers who said that to us? You see, remember, all Islamic books is Islamic books. And all what we have about the cult of Islam is Islamic books. Destroy anything. Anything will expose, humiliate Muhammad. So look what they do. They say, oh no, they say this is magic. Okay, what is the proof of they say that magic? What is the proof that the moon split? Let us listen carefully what this guy will say, because he will help us.
To be aware that the Prophet, peace be upon him, recited these verses in public continuously. For years he recited that the disbelievers saw the moon splitting and shrugged it off as magic.
Correct.
If no such thing occurred, then he would have been called out for it. So noted, Van. It was
So why they did not believe, as long as the guy he split the moon for them? And he explained to us, by the way, something very important. Very important. You know, I wonder if those who made the videos, which Muhammad Hijab, he said that they are the professional who can help you to understand and refute any claim against Islam. I wonder if they are paid by Christians to make Islam look stupid. And you will see that. Just wait.
wasn't only the Muslims that saw the moon split, but more importantly, the disbelievers affirmed that it split by claiming that it was magic.
I just want to look at this. I don't really know what time of the day it was and what season it was, whatever. But considering that it was early at night, the moon would have been visible in these areas. Or late at night towards the morning in these areas. You would expect that the Persians and the Romans, in this time the Byzantines, would document such a miracle, because both of them, especially the Romans, kept records strictly of pretty much everything.
There's another issue with Ridvan's assumption here. One of the reasons why we do not have heaps of documented evidence was because most people were asleep at night.
Allah, he did the miracle in the wrong time. I mean, those are the one who is hired by Mimi Hijab to refute about the moon splitting. Guys, did you hear that? The problem, Rizwan, most of people, they were asleep at that time. We are speaking about a couple of continents. Everybody is asleep. Why? And the only one is awake is the Arab. What a hilarious cult.
Believers saw the moon splitting and shrugged it off as magic. If no such thing occurred, then he would have been called out for it.
They did.
So noted, Van.
And we'll prove it.
It wasn't only the Muslims that saw the moon split, but more importantly, the disbelievers affirmed that it split by claiming that it was magic.
I just want to look at this. I don't really know what time of the day it was and what season it was, whatever. But considering that it was early at night, the moon would have been visible in these areas. Or late at night towards the morning in these areas. You would expect that the Persians and the Romans, in this time the Byzantines, would document such a miracle, because both of them, especially the Romans, kept records strictly of pretty much everything.
There's another issue with Ridvan's assumption here. One of the reasons why we do not have heaps of documented evidence was because most people were asleep at night.
I was asleep.
Remember, this is the 7th century.
7th century.
More importantly, there is no reason to assume that the split occurred for a long duration of time.
No, sure.
So even if one was awake at the time, it is not likely that one would have noticed the moon splitting.
Okay, hold on. So it's a short time to the point that it's hard even to notice. So what the point of this miracle? Is it the point of miracle to show what this God can do and make them notice what he can do? So look at this stupidity. The miracle was very, 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 very short time. The miracle time is very short. It's very short. To the point it's very hard to notice that it happened. So he just confirmed that nobody was able to notice it, and yet he is saying to us, the kuffar saw that. If you just say it, it's not even noticeable to see it. It's a very short time. What Allah will lose if he make it for half hour? What Allah, and why Allah he did it when everybody is asleep? He can split the sun. what a difference between, if God is God, he can do. What about doing the sun where everybody is awake and then everybody will become a Muslim? My friend, your God cannot even split a cube of cheese. Continue with your hilarious answer.
Even if you did see the moon split for a short period, you would most likely doubt yourself after seeing it return.
See how stupid Allah is? Do you see how Allah is stupid? He did it wrong because it was a very short time. So to the point you will say, like, I was imagining, I think it's not true. Do you see how stupid this answer is? And those are the one who Mimi Hijab he sent to answer this guy. I'm really convinced.
Return to its original state, going around telling other townsfolk.
And the moon goes back to the original state. Why? Why Allah he make it back to the original state? Give me an answer, brother. We will get you busted. Just wait. I'm just waiting for you to finish your hilarious, smart, genius answer.
That you saw the moon split would pretty much cause them to doubt your sanity. If you were someone that documented events.
So maybe your prophet himself was an insanity? Because you just said seeing such a scene for a very short period of time, and there's no proof that it happened because it's very short, as you said, that will cause people to doubt that even it happened. So now you lost not only the argument with the guy that this does not happen, you lost the argument where God, which is your God, is so foolish to the point he do not notice that those they will doubt that it even happened because it was so short. But you are the one who noticed that. But yet remember, you said to us that the kuffar, they noticed that and they did not doubt about it, and they claim it's just a magic. So you are contradicting yourself in less than 3 minutes. So now if you see this, for it is for a short of time, the only way to explain why nobody report that is it's so short of time to the point even if you see it, you will have a doubt that you saw something. Maybe it's not real. I mean, maybe I took too much vodka. Because the prophet, he used to drink a lot of alcohol 3 to 4 days a week. Actually, he teach Muslims how to make alcohol. Actually, the Muslims used to go to pray and they feel drunk inside the mosque. As we see here, it says Allah himself, he have to make a verse because the Muslim, they go to the mosque and they are drinking and they are drunk and they fell apart, and the Arabs start making fun of Muhammad followers who they fell apart when they are praying. So he said, oh, you believe, approach not the prayer when you are drunk. And the Muslim, they say Islam came in stages. So what is stages? What does that mean? I mean, if they are believers, you tell the believers will not do that no more. That's it. What is stages? But because Muhammad is a hypocrite man, he was drinking, enjoying the drink, and when he got sick, he cannot drink no more. Then he come, we will not drink no more, because he was upset, he cannot drink, and he was dying from his illness, which is supposedly, according to Muhammad, took long time, including additional to that, he took poison after that, and then he died from the poison. So if we go back to the refutation, which is annihilatory, annihilatory of Rizwan. Unbelievable, I love it.
You wouldn't believe whoever told you that it split in the first place. If by chance you were someone that did witness the moon splitting and went ahead to document it, then like most ancient documents.
See guys, the reason they did not report it that because nobody will believe you, brother. Unbelievable. I mean, when a Muslim he tried to explain something stupid in the Quran, you will notice how they are speaking to us, speaking to themselves, as if we are a bunch of kids in the age of 6 years old, like Aisha, when she is mature according to them, and she get married from the Prophet at the age of 6. Brother, because it's, if you are a historian and you want to document the moon split, who is going to believe you anyway, brother? Nobody. Okay, as long nobody will believe him, so why you believe Muhammad? You just said if somebody documented that, nobody will believe it because it's silly, stupid, obviously, and there's no proof of it. And you just say that, even if you are exist at that time. So why you believe Muhammad? You never saw what they said, you never been there, and you accept what they say to you, and now you are defending, like, from all your, like, using the whole capacity of your brain trying to defend such a silly thing. Continue.
Yours may have been lost due to the passage of time.
Right.
Or maybe not. Maybe such documentation has survived, but we simply have not heard of it yet.
Right.
So is the absence of evidence evidence of absence?
Mm.
If so, then the Great Wall of China didn't exist during the time of Marco Polo, since
My friend, the Great Wall is there, and there's millions of people who build the wall, and they are witnesses. So Marco Polo is not necessarily to prove it. Who is why, and why you want Marco Polo to prove the wall? I mean, somebody told you the wall is all around the China. It's not.
he didn't make mention of it in his writings.
I don't even want to talk much longer about such nonsense. Muslims should really ask themselves if they would really this blindly believe in it if another religion made such crappy claims.
It really seems like Ridvan has a very shallow understanding of what occurred when the moon split. He seems to believe that the Arabs were a bunch of gullible idiots who all converted to Islam when they were told about the moon split.
Okay, so the Arab, okay, I agree with you. The Arab are not a bunch of stupid idiots. I am an Arab, but your prophet, obviously, he is the one. Because look, as long you are saying Arab, they cannot be stupid idiot. So how you explain to me as an example? Let me show you some of your prophet hadith. Let me show you the intelligence and the quality of your prophet. Oops, got typing. Excuse my keyboard. I don't have a Arabic keyboard. Look at this hadith. The prophet, if you don't consider his followers, at least in the word we see in the hadith, how in the word somebody, he is smart, he is intelligent, he is decent, he says, Muhammad said, the prophet, does the one who raises his head before the Imam not fear that Allah may turn his head into head of a donkey? I mean, how silly this stupid thing is. Imagine you are now a prophet of God in the year 2020, and you are telling your followers, don't raise your head before I raise my head when you pray. And how you scare the hell of them, so they will not raise their head by speaking to them about a monster will bite them from their butt. This is exactly what Muhammad doing. He is inserting fairy tale threat that if you raise your head, Allah will make your head the head of a donkey. So now either you say Muhammad is a liar, and this is not true, or you say Muhammad was telling the truth, and yes, if you raise your head, Allah will make your head the head of a donkey. And that explains many things we see today in this world. You know, that explains a lot of things. Or you say maybe Muhammad is just scaring them, and Muhammad is using he knew that they are a bunch of naive people, and he lied to them, and he tried to scare them in order to make them obey him. Which one you choose? Or what about Muhammad saying the following? As long you are a person who is saying they are not ignorant, they are etc. You know. Okay, so what about this one as an example? That each time Shaitan he hear a prayer, a Muslim praying, Shaitan he will start farting. Did you witness the fart of Shaitan, Mr. Mimi Hijab and his gang? Who of you witnessed the fart of Shaitan when you pray? Can you record it for us? How Muhammad he was informed about such an extreme knowledge, which nobody was able even to discover. What is that? So obviously Muhammad and the ones around him, they are a bunch of ignorant, and we are talking about the believers, not the disbelievers. The disbelievers did not believe simply because this is stupid. And this is why in the Quran they keep making fun of him, and they say this is nothing but a fairy tales of the ancients, stupid fairy tales. We don't believe in it. So yes, the Quran is full of evidence of the Arab making fun of Muhammad telling fairy tale stories. Chapter 6 verse 25, chapter 83, chapter 8 verse number 31, 16 24, 23 83, 25 5, 27 60, 68, 46 17, 68 15, and 83 13. All of them, they say this is nothing but a fairy tale of the previous generation. Do you see it? This is the tales of the ancient. This is fairy tales. So yes, they made fun of him, and they have their reasons. Shaitan don't fart. Where you get this from? Why Shaitan will fart if nobody hear him anyway? Oh, he don't want to hear the prayer. This is the only way to stop hearing. What about putting some cottons in your head, Shaitan? He's not smart. So are you see? But he says this, nothing but tales of the ancient. We heard this before. They told him we heard this before, and if we wish we can make even the same or better. We heard those things before. And Muhammad, he claimed that the Quran is our sign. The Quran is the miracle when our sign reached them. And now soon we will go and speak about the miracle of the Quran, because we will die laughing at what it's called miracle in the Quran. Remember, the Quran itself is a miracle. Just remember that. And we will laugh about this statement exactly. Now let's go back to the video, the hilarious video by Mimi Hijab team. Let us see.
Here's a visual representation of what Ridwan probably believed occurred during the time.
Hey fellas, did you hear what Muhammad said this time?
Well, what did he say this time?
He said he split the moon in half.
No.
Okay, well, no, Muhammad did not even say that. You see, the Muslims are reading, they don't even know how to read. They are ignorant like their prophet. We'll show you.
Way! He did it? That means he's gotta be a prophet. Let's all become Muslims.
Yay! Yay! What the fuck?
See, this is a Muslim video made by Mimi Hijab team using the F word, speaking about their prophet and what happened. Did you hear the F word? Those are Muslims defending their prophet, using the F word inside the video, making cartoon about what happened to their prophet, making fun of him and using the F word. And supposedly they are trying to refute this guy. Continue.
Okay, so what are the facts? The companions of the Prophet, peace be upon him, told people that the moon split. None of their contemporaries denied that this occurred. The disbelievers confirmed that it did split, but explained it off as magic. And finally, my piece of advice to Ridwan, who thought that the only miracle performed by the Prophet, peace be upon him, was the moon splitting, know that there are volumes upon volumes that have been written in support of Islam as a religion of God that have documented other miracles.
Where? Now let us go to business. This is first the verse we are talking about. And here the spankings start. First of all, the Quran did not even say that Allah he split anything. Read with me carefully and laugh at this stupid cult. The judgment day is near and the moon split asunder. Who is the one who split the moon? Doesn't say. Do you say? And this was a part of a poetry of a man, his name is Imru al-Qais. Imru al-Qais, who is supposedly was a Christian, he said, دنت الساعة وانشق القمر. عن غزال, you know, many people they know the rest of the poetry. So Muhammad, he took the poetry, he put it in his book, and look how many verses of this poet been taken from the poet of this man, and Muhammad he put it exactly as in the Quran. And now let me tell you what the Muslims they say. We cannot find it this in any of our books. Where is the books? Where is the books? The Muslims they do always. Erdogan just a few years ago, he made a big conference saying that there is many books of hadith, we have to burn it and we have to get rid of it. It's a shame. So through centuries they filter, and who dare to show anyone, like who dare in the Middle East to say, hey, look at this poetry and look what Muhammad said. Muhammad is a thief. دنت الساعة وانشق القمر. The moon is the hour is near and the moon split. It's exactly as it is in the Quran. The difference between the verse in the Quran and the one in front of us, instead of danat, Muhammad, he used tarabat, which does not fit even with the tone. So here it's more accurate. عن غزال صاد قلبي ونفر. From a deer who hunted my heart and had run away. So this is a poetry the guy is speaking about, like when he saw his beloved girl as the moon split, because she is the moon. He's talking about her. So the moon split asunder, and a deer stole my heart and run. أحور قد حرت في أوصافه ناعس الطرف بعينيه حور. Look, you see those all the one who have a black line underneath of them already in the text. Those already are stolen by Muhammad, and Muhammad he put them in the Quran. فرماني, I will read only the ones which is in the Quran. فرماني فتعاطى فعقر فتركني كهشيم المحتضر, etc. ناعس الطرف بعينيه حور. And the poet go and go and go. So first of all, this is a stolen poetry, and the Muslim, they say, where is the proof? I mean, where is the proof? Because they accept only this proof. Okay, we will prove it to you that this is a poetry from the same verse. If Allah is the one who did split the moon, where it says that? Where in the verse in front of us it says that Allah he split the moon? It doesn't say that. Here in the Arabic it says وَإِنْ يَرُوا آيَةٍ, or آيَة يَعْرُضُوا, they will they don't like it. So if they see a sign, they turn away. But who is the one who made the sign? Who is the one who split the moon? And they say this is nothing but a magic. But the magic here is not about the split the moon. The word magic here, they are saying Muhammad is a person who is sick with magic. You see, the Muslims, when they say that the pagans, they say this is magic, they will not tell you that Muhammad himself, according to Muslims, he was under the influence of magic. So they are saying, well, this guy, he is under the influence of magic, so we cannot trust what he say. How we can prove that Muhammad was under the influence of magic? We go to the book of Hadith in the front of your eyes, and you will see the Muslims themselves in their documentation, they are so proud about a bewitched prophet. There we go. Let us see. Here we go. Sahih al-Bukhari. Can they say this is not Sahih? This is Sahih al-Bukhari. The name of the book is Sahih. They will say to you it's not Sahih. The prophet was bewitched so that he began to imagine that he had done a thing which in fact he had not done. Okay, if you Muslims witnessing to us that your prophet is an illusionate person, he imagined he done a thing, in fact he did not. Is it possible that he imagined that he split the moon, or his God split the moon, but in fact he did not? What you will say to me, oh no, this one was real. How we will know which one is real and which one is not when Muhammad is a sick man? Anyway, you see the Arab at that time, anyone they don't understand what's happening to him, they say he was bewitched. They play magic for everything. Because this guy, he looked normal. He's not like in the bed, he looked normal. Suddenly he says stupid things and he do stupid things. So they claim it that he was bewitched. And not only Muhammad is not trustworthy to listen to, because as you see, the Muslims are saying to us, a person, his name is Muhammad, he was bewitched and he imagined he had done a thing. If we go to different hadith, you will see even the sexual relationship of the prophet was not true. It was fake sexual relationship. Aisha saying, not me, the prophet continued for such and such a period, imagining that he had slept and he had boom boom with his wives. In fact, he did not. So Muhammad, the sickness he have is so powerful to the point even his sex was fake. So how you can trust him saying the moon split? And this is what they meant here, that this is nothing but a magic, because this person is under the influence of magic. This is what they believe. There is something wrong with him. He's mentally ill. So they did not agree they saw it. Secondly, the Muslim, they will come with tons of fabrication in the hadith, and suddenly the hadith which is mentioning anything about this, it doesn't matter if it's weak, accepted, not accepted, it's okay. All of it will support the statement, so we will say it. But let us prove that this is false statement in a very easy way. There is something called Quran according to Revelation. This is the Muslim website. Revelation order. What does that mean? For those who do not know, they are not familiar. Quran, which we have today in our hand, according to Muslims, not according to us, it is not the true Quran. It is Quran as Uthman he made it to be, Uthman ibn Affan. So the first chapter Muhammad received in the Quran is number 1, but it is in the Quran today number 96. Do you understand the idea? So in the right we find the numbers, which is the real number of the revelation, which means how Muhammad supposed to receive it, the illusionate Muhammad, how he received it, in which order. So the order of numbers in the left is the false order, and the order in the right is the correct order. All right, just put that in your mind. So actually, I don't know if I said the one in the left is the correct number, sorry, and the one in the right is the false number. So if we go now and we check the chapter we are, let us say, arguing about, chapter 54, Al-Qamar. Okay, where we can find the chapter of Al-Qamar? Is it the location going to impact if this is a true verse, a true miracle or not? Let us see how that will work. So if we search for Al-Qamar, and remember Al-Qamar is 54 as you see, 54 in the Quran today. All right, so if we search for chapter 54 in the Quran today, which chapter that will be? Here we go. Chapter Al-Qamar is number 37. This is the real order. The Quran today is 54. Take a note. All right, so this is, let us put a line here. Okay, this is the correct number. We will type the letter C next to it. Correct. All right, this one is the false number. We will type the word F. Perfect. And I will take a snapshot, so later we can go back to it and we will compare, because this is very important, will help us to get Muhammad busted. All right, now why Christian Prince is doing this? What is the purpose of all of this? The answer is very simple. If this verse, chapter number 37, and there is a chapters came after it, the Arab, they are begging Muhammad for a miracle, that means this miracle never happened. Are you getting my point? If we can find chapters came after chapter 37, which is the correct number, any chapter speaking that the Arab asking Muhammad for a miracle. Why you don't have a miracle? That's mean this miracle is false. Do we agree? I think it's very clear. Okay, now let us see in the Quran what we will find. Disaster. If Muhammad he did this miracle and the Arab they saw this miracle, and the Muslims in the video they say this, they saw it, but yet they say this is magic. But the magic here they are claiming, they are saying that Muhammad is sick. We prove it to you. Even Muslims agree that Muhammad is sick. So look at the Quran, chapter 6 verse number 37. Chapter 6, this is according to the Quran today. This is the number according to the Quran today. But what is the Quran order for this chapter? Chapter 6 is Al-An'am. All right. In chapter 6 Al-An'am it says, they say, why not a miracle from his God sent down to him from his Lord? See, they are asking. And not only that, the Quran confirmed he did not send them miracles, and I will show you. Muhammad he said to them, all animals they live and they are Muslims, and they never we never omitted anything of the book. What does have to do with they are challenging you? Where is your signs? And look, the verse confirm that Allah did not give a sign. Allah has certainly power to send down a sign, but most of them understand not. Understand not what? You see, he did not say to them, I send you the sign. He said to them, for sure Allah can send a sign, but you don't understand. Now all what we need to do, we check the location of this chapter. If this is a chapter coming after the chapter of the moon, which is the original number is 37, not 54, as we see here, that's mean the miracle of the moon is a fiction, it's a lie. Let us go and check the chapter. Remember, this is a chapter of Al-An'am. According to the Quran today is number 6. So what is the real number for Al-An'am in according to Revelation? Let us see here. We will search for Al-An'am. Number 6. Let us see. All right. Here we go. We found it. Al-An'am is number 55. Is number what? 55, my friend. Do you see it? In the Quran today is number 6, but the real number is 55. But remember, the verse we are talking about the moon, the original number is 37. 37. So this chapter came way after that chapter. If we say 55 minus 37, that's mean this chapter came 18 chapter after the chapter of the moon. So after Muhammad became a prophet, after that incident of the moon story, for many years, because remember Muhammad took him many years to come with the Quran. After many years, we have the Quran confirm that Muhammad have 0 miracle. 0. And the verse in the front of you confirming that. If we put what we showed you a second ago, hold on. Let us do this, because some maybe they don't understand yet what I'm talking about. If you remember, we just made, we did this, right? We did this number here. Let's try to make it all appear in the same time. All right. So the original number of the verse, as you see in the front of you, the one of the moon is 37. The one we are talking about now, which is denying any miracle sent down by Allah, and Allah himself saying certainly Allah can send miracles. He did not say I did already, what's wrong with you? He said certainly I can. This is a chapter number 55. So it's very easy to prove that the Quran is a stupid book. If the Muslim, they will say to us that Allah, he forgot to mention to them in this verse that, do you remember I sent you the moon splitting miracle before? If Allah forgot that, that's mean this is the whole story is Allah is not God. What for God? So it's very easy to prove that this is nothing but a scam and Muhammad is nothing but a fraud. And not only that, are we done? No, my friend, we are not done. I wish. Let me add you more spice to the food we are cooking now. If we go in different verses in the Quran, chapter 2 verse number 118, there is tons of verses, by the way, came long after this. They keep asking him for a miracle. It says, chapter 2 verse number 118, chapter 2, this is according to the Quran today, but chapter 2 is not according to the Quran at the time of Muhammad. So let us check out. Here it says, say those without knowledge, they say, speak not Allah not to us. Why don't speak to us? And why he don't give us a sign? Still they are asking for a sign. And then he says to them, well, the one before them, they says that too. And he did not mention to them that I send you the sign. You forgot the moon splitting? What's wrong with you? Now let us check chapter 2 Al-Baqarah, where it is located. Is it located before the moon chapter or after? Let us see. Al-Baqarah. Where is Al-Baqarah? Let us type Al-Baqarah. Guess what? Al-Baqarah is number 87. 87 today in the Quran today is number 2. Okay, as long as the moon chapter came as number 37, so 87 minus 37, we have more than 50 chapter after. This is almost the end of the Quran. 50 chapter after, and still the Arab, they are saying, how come he never have a miracle? And Quran confirmed that he did not send a miracle. And we can keep going, and there's tons of verses to follow. This is a chapter 2. This is chapter Yunus, but Yunus is before it. This is a chapter Al-Isra as an example. Al-Isra is saying, look at this. We refrain from sending signs. Allah, he says that in the time of Muhammad, he refrained from sending signs because the men of former generation treated them as false. So, and look how stupid this statement is. If the Quran itself is a miracle, how you say, I refrain from sending miracles? By saying this statement, you just made a miracle. A Muslim Abdul will say to me, exactly, brother. Exactly what? That's mean exactly Allah is a stupid. Because it's like saying, I'm not going to cook or do barbecue while you are doing barbecue. I refrain from sending signs. Isn't it? This is saying the sentence here, according to Muslims, this is a miracle. The Quran is a miracle, brother. Make Quran like this. Quran in Arabic, Quran is the most stupid book ever. This is why we Arabic Christian were rejected. It's stupid, it's silly. So, and we refrain from sending signs only because men of former generation treated them as false. So Allah, he have a strike. He refrained. So if you are saying to me, no, Allah, he sent a sign, that means this is a contradiction. If you say Allah, he refrained from sending a sign, that means the Quran is splitting, a verse about splitting the moon. It is true. It is stolen from the poetry we showed you from the guy who is named Amr al-Qais. Wherever you go, it's stupid. So tons of verses came after those verses, and yet Muhammad and the Arab asking him, where is the Quran? Where is the ayat? Where is the signs? Why you don't have signs? Where is your signs? Huh? We can compare all those chapters, one by one, and you will see there is tons of chapters saying, the Quran saying, confirming that Allah, he have no miracle, he did not send a miracle, and he will not even send a miracle. So my friend, the Muslims who made these videos, not only they help us to laugh at Muhammad's statement regarding the moon split, they help us to approve or to prove that he is a false prophet. And there's one more thing which I did not mention. Remember here, when Muhammad he said the moon split and this is a sign of a judgment day, that means that Muhammad is a false prophet, because this was 1400 years ago, claiming that the judgment day is in the corner, is not just near. You see, in Arabic it says اقتربت الساعة وانشق القمر. So Muhammad is warning that the judgment day is here. This is a sign of a judgment day. Many people ignore this fact here, that Muhammad is claiming that this is the start of the judgment day. And this is why Muhammad he said to a child that this child will not grow old unless judgment day, before he died, before he grew old, which means before he became 30, judgment day will come. So Muhammad again is a false prophet. So thank you, Mr. Mimi Hijab and the team of Mimi Hijab. I really appreciate your work. You are doing great, you know, and yeah, I agree with you. Allah he pray for, not to, you know. Thank you very much. Yeah,
Problems on his hands.
no problems.
However, because he's spent time.
However, we got you busted. Thank you guys. Don't forget to download the video, share it with everybody you know, and if you speak other languages, don't forget to add subtitle, and be aware the Muslims will flag your videos like crazy because they cannot handle the truth that Santa Claus is real. Yes, he's real, but Muhammad is not, neither his God. Thank you, and may the Lord bless you. And this is a Christian Prince was with you, getting Islam busted as usual. Take care, and may the Lord bless.